Hey, so to paraphrase a quote I saw, guys, or read today, um, you'll never change your life until you change your routine. Or in the case of today's game, your shorts. Today on.
Don't wear pants over the intro.
Say this is
I-
the most
I was-
professional intro opening we've ever had.
I was preparing to say don't stay silent over the intro.
No.
All
Not
right.
possible. We can't break our
We're here to
streak of
talk-
interrupting the intro. It's been 2
We're here to
solid
talk
years
about
of bullshit.
the greatest football game of this year, right? That's what we're here to do.
Sure.
Yeah, I love football. I'm so happy
Yeah.
he said was it the Sonics won the football game? It's great.
Yes. That was our last podcast, everybody. Thanks for being here.
No, we're going in a sports direction.
Yeah.
We're
No,
a ball and gun podcast now.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Press B to Cancel, your favorite podcast talking about sports.
Yes.
Ball?
Nope.
Sports ball?
Sports balls.
If you didn't get it from the opening line, today we are talking about the game Routine. It is a survival horror, puzzle horror, and to total spoiler, clever as hell. Absolutely clever as hell. But I'm not alone. I'm Sinistar. I'm not alone. Today I'm joined by a person that has played this game, Chard. Chard, how you doing today?
I'm free for 2 weeks. Merry Christmas. It's a Christmas miracle. I'm free. I'm free from work and happy to be not working overtime and actually doing a podcast with you guys. So
I picture Chard at work like with, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Have another.
May I clock out now, please, sir?
Yeah. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. And then I am joined by somebody who's here to ask questions. Jake, how are you today?
Yeah, first off, I'd ask you what genre this game was because I have no idea. We might have been pivoting this week on the episode, so it's good.
But we're prepared. We are prepared.
At least two of you are. That's great because I'm not.
That's fine.
But
really
I will
needed to be prepared.
I will say I when you first mentioned this game and you said how happy you were with it, I'm excited to hear why. And it looked really interesting, and it looked like an indie game, and I'm all for indie games, so I'm happy to hear.
Yeah,
very much.
Yeah, that's a good segue. It definitely feels indie, but it also feels really polished. Like this isn't something that somebody spent a year putting together. This seems like somebody has been working on this for a while.
This game was announced in 2012. This game has been a long time coming with a lot of delays. It was initially slated to be released in the spring of 2013. And then things just happened and a bunch of other stuff. I'm reading here, it looks like Mick Gordon, who was originally the audio designer for the game, left the project in 2024.
Oh, really?
I didn't know anything about that. But this game has been a long, like, gestating game. This game has been around and we've been waiting for it for a long time. Now I'm not the one. I wasn't obsessed with this game like when it was first announced. I think I saw gameplay of it probably on an Instagram clip or TikTok or something, and I went, this looks really cool because it's very Alien Isolation-esque in its first person view and its environment that it creates.
Yeah.
And I was like, this sounds like a really, really cool thing. And my wife got it for me for they're called the 12. We're doing the 12 days of Christmas where you buy, $5-10 gift. And this thing was on sale when it came out. She picked it up for me. And I'm telling you what, this thing was so good. I had no expectations going in, and they were very pleasantly surprised. I absolutely adored this game.
For sure. I agree with you on the Alien Isolation thing. Where I think it diverges from Alien Isolation is Alien Isolation for good portions of at least the beginning of the game is kind of on rails. right? Like
Mhm.
it directs you, you go here, this thing explodes, you can't go that direction anymore. You're going
Yeah.
this way. And this game, the as I said, it's survival horror, but it's also very puzzle horror
Mhm.
in that there is little to no direction at the beginning of the game. Like you get manuals for like the hardware in the game, and that's
Yeah.
so that also feels a little Tunic-ish almost a little
I
bit
could
like
I could
Okay.
see that, yeah.
yeah, like you're reading manuals on the like the multi-tool device that you get in this
That's your main
game.
source, yeah,
Yeah.
it's your main thing to get you through the game, it's called a cat, and it's when you get it, there's no on-screen hints, there's no hand-holding in this game whatsoever. This game does not there's no maps, there's no, anything. You have to remember where you came from, but it's not it's big, but it's not. Like it may like
Yeah.
it like it's not so big that I felt like I was getting lost a lot. I felt like I could cover a lot of ground, but I was always knew kind of where I was at. Um,
Well, and it did kind of enclose you. Each
yeah.
area
Mhm.
was really kind of enclosed. Like you knew that you were working on puzzles and aspects in this area that you were in.
Right.
Even
Right.
though you would take elevators and transition and stuff back and forth, it's like, oh, I went to this area and I'm doing the puzzle work in this area.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
is it stages, or is it like more like a Resident Evil where there's different distinct areas and you backtrack, or is it just you kind of move through area to area and you don't really go back very much?
There's chapters. There are
Yeah.
chapters,
Okay, that makes sense.
but they're loose chapters. It's I had read a walkthrough earlier to see if I had missed anything because I was kind of curious if there was like some secrets or anything, and I didn't find them. And the walkthrough takes me to a completely different location. It takes me to the second location that I went to first, and then the location I went to next after that. So there is there's once you finish that, then it goes to the next area and it says like chapter 2,
And
whatever the
each
title is.
chapter is named. Each
Yeah,
chapter is named.
yeah. And it's just telling the story of what is kind of going on, which is you have no clue what's going on in
Yeah.
this whole game.
I mean,
It's really neat. And
basically, like you kind of only really know at the beginning you're on the moon and you're in kind of a base on the moon
yeah,
and nobody else is there. Like
yep.
nobody else exists. And so like
Are they
that's
supposed
basically
to
where you
exist,
start.
or is it like did your character have
This place
amnesia?
apparently used to be like an Airbnb for
Yeah.
people. They would come to the
Okay,
moon
Uh-huh.
to like relax. So it's like the moon's location is based in like a very 1978, 19 early 80s
Early
time frame.
80s. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And it has that film over it that kind of gives it that 80s feel to
Yeah.
it. Everything in there looks old. And that's
Yeah.
what gives it the Nostromo and
Uh-huh.
the Alien Isolation kind of feel because it's
or
got
like
the
that film
same
grain type thing.
Yeah,
exactly.
and
Yes,
and
Yeah,
yes.
your tool, your cat tool is
Mhm.
like boxy
Yeah.
and beige and like gray and beige and
Looks like an
like
old handheld camcorder a little
yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
it's pretty cool. But, I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like a gun, but it's not. It's a multi-tool that you use to traverse and unlock doors and scan for items. You get infrared so you can see, like, fingerprints on things, and you could use it to log into the computer system and see what kinda errors there are so that you can figure out how to fix the computer that's broken.
Yeah.
It's really clever, but it doesn't unless you read the manual that you see at the beginning of the game, you don't know what you're doing. Like, you
Right.
don't know what any of the
Right.
stuff does. There's no handholding like, I cannot emphasize this enough. There's no handholding in this game, and I still managed to navigate my way through the
It
entire environment. I
it's
don't wanna say seamlessly because I got
yeah.
lost a few times, but there was never a start over. There was never a "fuck this, I don't know what I'm doing." But there were some times where I was like, "Where the hell do I go?" Like, I don't know if I've been in the right spot.
And it even though it was like it was a very puzzly aspect of like I've got to figure out what the hell's going on.
Mhm.
It also felt really like once you kind of put things together, it was like intuitive, right? Like it
Yeah,
was like,
right.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense. That does okay. Like like there's an area where like you get the ability to unlock doors,
Mhm.
and it doesn't tell you how to do that.
No.
You basically like figure out it's this feature on this tool and you
Yeah.
have to do this specific thing. And then the minute you do that, you're like, oh, I get it now. And
Yeah.
it just kind of like, yeah.
Like, is it like a mini
So
game to unlock doors, or is it just a setting?
no,
No.
Like,
No, no,
no.
no. There's a setting on your multi-tool, but there's literally you'll pull your gun up and your character will look at it. There's no HUD display. It's all normal view. You'll pull the HUD, you'll pull the gun up, and there's different things you can click on, and it will change the modules inside of the gun that allow you
okay.
to do different things. And you can accidentally turn them all off, and the gun is useless. Like,
Yep.
like you don't know that it's there, or you can
Yeah.
power down the entire cat device. You use it to save on games that you see in the playthrough that you got here. There's
Yeah.
a drop screen for displaying shit like an old school pull down screen
Projector thing. Yeah.
projector thing,
Yeah.
and you click and your gun will connect and project to it, and that tells you what your goals are, like what you're trying to figure out or what you're assigned to. There's videos that you've seen that are recorded and saved on
Yep.
there. There's sometimes there's codes that you've
Mhm.
picked up that if you don't have to remember, it'll be saved in the game. And then there's different updates that you can do on there, and you save the game that way. Um, it's really cool.
So far we've been talking about really the puzzle aspect, and I want to talk about how even though you're alone, even though there is no humans that exist on this in this moon base, I kind of alluded to this when you were asking about putting the thumbnail together. There is a little robot called IC.
There's a few robots.
Yeah, but the first little robot that you run into
IC is
called
awesome.
IC,
Yeah.
it's this little four-legged thing that like stomps around almost. It's a box with four little stumpy
Yeah, it
legs.
looks like a Commodore or
And
like an
yeah,
all-in-one with a
yeah,
green screen monitor. It's
but
fucking great.
but the way that it talks to
Yeah,
you, you are instantly you're like, "This is my buddy,
it's my
and
new
he's
best friend.
awesome." Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's my best friend, and
yep.
it is so like it is the minute that so when I was watching Chard play this, there was a point where I was like, "This is boring as hell."
Yeah, it takes a
The
little bit to
first
get into it if
while
you're a
was
viewer, yeah.
boring as hell, and I'm sure Chard wasn't feeling that because he was doing the exploration.
Mhm.
But the minute I saw IC, I was like, "I'm in, let's go."
I
Like,
mean, yeah.
I just wanna watch everything now. I
Yeah,
wanna watch it all.
it's like a little tourist bot that you run into, and it asks you questions and tells you where
Uh-huh.
to go, and then
Yeah.
takes you someplace to unlock some things. As boring as it might be to watch to kind of pick it up, playing it, you're invested because the
Yeah.
the, the environment is very immersive, and I like that about the game.
Yeah.
I felt very sucked into it from the minute I started playing. It's that amazing sound in the background,
Yeah.
the sound of isolation, the sound of
Uh-huh.
walking around a tinny empty hall. It's really, really involved. It's really cool.
That is definitely alien isolation right there. Like,
Absolutely.
the
Yeah.
the audio was like yeah.
Yeah.
I was
that's
gonna
spot
say
on.
I really dig the aesthetic. I like the '80s vibe with all the electronics. It really does feel like it's 1980s, but you're on the moon for whatever reason. But
Yep.
like the
Mhm.
soft padding of the walls, the CRT displays, like the Macintosh style interface for the emails that you
Uh-huh.
read. I
Mhm.
dig the whole atmosphere. It's really atmospheric. Is there is it just puzzles? Because this is a horror game.
No. Oh,
Is there
no,
No,
we
is
no,
there
haven't
no.
mobs like monsters?
Yeah.
uh,
So so there's a once you meet IC, this is
uh-huh.
great because the presentation of everything this game gives you is I to me flawless. It really is. The execution of everything they did in this game is so well done that it's absolutely mind-blowing. And IC takes you in, you go to the mall, you're trying to get into the mall because there's a module that you want to use to upgrade your cat so that you can progress to shut down. Basically, the premise is that the AI of the station has shut everybody up. The security system has shut everything down, and you're just trying to stop it. You're trying to turn it back off, or you're trying to kill it so you can unlock everything and get yourself out of there or whatever, free whoever's the people you think that are there. You're like an Isaac Clarke, like you've been
Okay.
sent up to the moon to fix this problem. You don't know why, you don't know how. You just wake up in a room and you're all of a sudden you're fixing shit. Um, so Icy takes you down this shaft. There's Icy, you get him right there. He takes you down this shaft and you climb down the stairs and then you land into this room and you're like, "Oh, okay, I'm in one of the mall places. Cool. I'm like in one of the shops." And you hear this very loud, very echoey stomping walking
Oh,
towards you.
oh,
And then
it
you
is.
hear something stop and what sounds like a processor, like an old school processor kind of processing. And you yeah,
Uh-huh.
and you see these lights like behind this grated door, and all of a sudden you hear what sounds like a torch cutting the door open. And I'm immediately in full panic mode because I don't know what the hell's going on.
Oh,
And the
and the
door
stomp
oh, the
is
stomp is
genuinely,
terrifying.
like, you are on pins and needles after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Door flies open and there's a security robot looking you dead in the face and wants to kill you, wants to hurt you real bad. So I
with
panic
teeth,
with
with
teeth. They have
teeth.
teeth. They made them look as scary as they
Like
possibly could.
mechanical
They're very
teeth or
evil.
like fleshy
Yes,
teeth?
they're
Like
like
just mechanical horse?
no,
So they
they're mechanical teeth, but they
Okay.
are teeth. Like they definitely look like it would eat something. And then you spend the rest of your time and your cat has the ability to disable them for a short time, so you can shoot them in the there's a ball like an orb in their chest, and if you or their stomach, and if you shoot them it'll disable them for a short time. But there's 3 of them
uh
and they like to stomp around, and your cat only has so much ammunition in it. You have to find
battery. Yeah.
lithium batteries like lying all over the place to reload your cat device to pop them, and then you can hide. That's like the best you can do. It's alien isolation with the
Oh,
hiding and not being able to you
yeah.
can defend yourself to an extent. That's it, that kind of thing.
Okay.
There was one moment he's running around this mall inside this base on the moon, and he's being chased by Stompy McStomperson, which is what I started calling him, was Stompy McStomperston.
Yeah.
Um, and he goes careening into this shop in the mall, which of course is dark and closed, and like the security gate's halfway pulled down and the whole thing. And he goes sliding around some boxes, and you hear this thing come stomping in. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't remember what noises it made, but it had this laser grid where it's scanning for you. And it
It's
just
like the
like
processing sound.
it
Yeah.
hits the whole room, and you're just like, "Ah."
Yeah, fuck. Time to dip, and you just hide, but he doesn't find me because you can hide behind boxes and under tables, and if you're out of range, they can't reach you, so they just kind of fuck off. It's kind of funny because we have a joke when we play Visage, it's safety chair, and when you pick up the safety chair, you can defend yourself from
Yeah.
what she call it? Choke daddy? Is that what she called
Uh-huh.
it?
Yeah.
And then this one was safety table because
Yes.
I could stand there and shift from one. You can't get me. I'm on the other side of the
Yeah.
table.
Yep.
But
Okay.
So, we've kind of avoided spoilers pretty well to this point.
yeah,
There's
there's a
probably
lot more to
yeah.
this game than just that. That's like the overall
Um,
encompassing premise, but the story itself is very much more in depth and really cool
well,
actually.
and the robots, we didn't know that, so spoilers, pause now if you care, but spoilers, um, the robots are not the worst enemy
No,
by far.
So there's
No.
more than just robots.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
definitely other things that are kind of kicking around
Yeah.
this little
There's
lunar base.
There's fucking Slender Man at one point.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Flappy feet,
no,
Flappy
Okay.
Flappy,
McFlapperson.
yeah. Oh,
No.
he's terrifying.
This game induced distress in me that I had not felt in many moons, many years. It felt good to be this scared again. like playing these games. Because I mean, we've been playing a lot of horror games, and Visage and Madison will forever be like the top of the pile of some of the scariest things we've ever played. To the point where we were questioning our existence and why I had decided to do this to myself. But this one brought that feeling back. This mini game, these stupid
Yeah.
mini
Okay. So Jake has gotten to an area in the video,
games.
which is game of the year.
It's the game of the year in the game.
Not routine. Routine is not game of the year.
No.
Gun show is
Gun
game
show
of the
is
year.
Oh, this is the clip that you had me watch when I popped in your stream the one time. I see. I see.
Yes.
There is an arcade in this game. We said spoilers are from here at this point, so if you're still listening, sorry. There's an arcade in this game, and a couple of the games work in the arcade.
Yeah. There's some cool games in there.
They're both excellent, but one of them is just perfection in a game.
Yeah, it's essentially Dance Dance Revolution, but you're a bodybuilder.
You're a greased up bodybuilder,
and he's posing, and you have to pose with the bodybuilder. So when he poses, then you have to keystroke that direction that he's posing. So it's like left, right, up, down, whatever, and you see it flash on the screen. You press it, and he does it, but he makes these goofy fucking sounds.
And then the best is when he does the butt flex.
Yeah, when he does the butt flex, he's clearly in a thong. It is such a funny thing. I love these horror games that are very psychologically stressful and just take you for this horror trip, and then they throw this stuff inside of just sheer humor and ridiculousness, and I absolutely adore it. There's another one called Minotaur that's like it's a Simon. You remember some people that played Simon with the colored lights and shit? It basically is a memorization game where it gives you the path that you're supposed to walk, and then it's a dungeon crawler, and then you follow the path that the Simon told you to take, and you make it out. And I think I got to like level 6. I was doing
something
really
like that. Yeah.
And then the last time, if you don't do it right, a Minotaur comes out and kills you, and then you start over from the beginning. So it's just these silly little mini games that are involved inside, the game itself. So Minotaur and Gun
side stuff. They're not necessary for beating the game. They're just games
There's-
within the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is there to keep you calm during some very stressful stuff, because nothing can get you in those rooms while you're playing. So you can just kind of take a breather, play some funny, stupid games, and then move on to the next thing. This game was fantastic. It's not long. It's not Alien Isolation long. It's maybe more Madison long. It's like 6 hours, I think.
I was going to say, if you pressed hard, you could probably do it in 5 or 6 hours.
And I took a little extra time because I was very much hiding a lot and running away from things a lot, and just trying to figure out where I'm going. But the length of the game really comes forward from trying to figure out what the hell you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to solve. But it's not so bad to where you're like, dude, I don't know where to go. Like there was very rarely a point where it's like, I got to stop playing this because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I got to look it up. And there may be like one or two things that were very kind of confusing, but then we solved it. Like we figured it out and moved forward. And I was really proud of being able to get this stuff done. But this game is worth every $25 it's worth, or whatever. It might even be on sale right now because of the winter sale. And it's worth that. It was so fun. It was so good. I could not believe how good this game was. When I finished this up, I was like, damn, man, this was fun. This brought back something that I missed in these kinds of games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on
genuinely
Windows, Steam,
terrifying.
and also on Xbox S and Xbox X, which is pretty good.
Okay.
I got 79 on Metacritic, which is pretty good for an indie title. And it's Lunar Software's, I think it says here, it's their first title.
It's their debut title.
Game. I had to look up Mick Gordon because you had mentioned Mick Gordon was doing the audio, but he had left, and I had to see why. Also, how the hell does an indie studio get Mick Gordon to do their soundtrack? Right. So apparently he left in 2024 because of a scheduling conflict, but they used a lot of the assets he had already created. So it's not he left because of an issue or something. It was just scheduling, but he still made stuff for this game, which is rad.
Right. The best Doom soundtrack was Mick Gordon. The
Hands down.
best Doom
Hands down.
soundtrack, yeah.
Yeah, they if you wonder why this game's not on PS5, is because this game was being worked on before the PS5 even existed. So, and the PS5 came out in 2020, so
Yeah.
they didn't have a model for it. They only had it for Xbox and Microsoft and Steam. So they're talking about making a version for PS5, I believe. But so people like me that only have a PS5 and not an Xbox, if I didn't have the PC, I'd be pretty bummed because this game is very much worth the time.
To run on the Steam Deck at all?
I did not try it on the Steam Deck, but I bet it will. I bet it will just fine. Even if you just do it through sunlight and moonlight, it'll work with controller pretty well.
Yeah, it's not a hardware taxing environment like this.
It's not overly complicated either.
It looks really good for what it is, but it also looks 80s, which isn't hard to try to emulate, right?
Right.
Like
it's not so 80s that
pixelated.
it's exactly. There's not pixels or anything crazy like that. It looks beautiful, but the film is enough, like the graininess in the film is enough over it to maybe lower some of the look to it. I played it with keyboard and mouse, but I'm sure it plays on controller just as well. But this is a game that needs to be played with headphones on because there's so much shit that is just really, it really locks you in. Like a good pair of headphones would really make this game really good.
It is incredibly rare. It is incredibly rare that I am watching a stream and I have one of those like jump scare moments.
Yeah.
And I literally had one in this when I was watching Chard play it. I was like, that fucking got me.
Yeah.
Like,
and it was like literally opening something. It wasn't even anything hunting you. It just they make it. The sound design is so well put together that even just something processing behind you out of nowhere makes you jump out of your chair. I've got some really good clips on TikTok from this. They've got some really good jump scares in this game.
Sinstress looked up compatibility. Store page says playable but not verified. Some game in text may be small and difficult to read. Which is a pretty common. Yeah, which is a common Steam Deck.
Yeah, there's even
especially with this
magnifier function on the Steam Deck. You just use that. Honestly, I've done that before.
A lot of the stuff when you're reading it in the game, you are reading it in first person mode. It doesn't like always pull up. You can like click a button to say read more, but when you're navigating through some of the computer screens, there's no like blow up. It's what you're looking at. So obviously, it benefited very much from my monitor.
What I was going to say was like it can be very risky for a game to take the approach of like no UI, right, and to be that totally immersive. What you see is what your character would see if it was real type of point of view. I've seen other games do that, and you just don't know what the hell you're doing. You get lost. You're not sure what the next thing, the clue is. There's just not enough feedback on the screen to kind of tell you what's going on. But it sounds like this game did it right? Even though there is no interface or map, the design of the stages kind of lead you where you need to go, and you kind of figure out the gun or the cat, by trial and error. But with the scenarios, the monsters when they attack, that kind of funnels you where you need to go. Like that's a very well designed game. That's hard to do, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's not easy to put together.
And there are some things that are pretty direct leading. Like there was when we talked about that ability to open certain doors that you get with that addition to your cat tool. There are some that'll be like, you need level 3. And so that's like pretty clear. Oh, I need to upgrade before I can go into this room, right?
But it tells you where to go find it. It's like, look around this area to find the upgrade module in this person's cabin. You're like, okay, I need to figure out where the dude's cabin is. And then to Sinistar's point, it guides you slightly.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent like 5 minutes in a pitch black room trying to figure out if there was anything back. There's nothing back there, but you never know. I mean, this is a horror game, so it's going to put you in some pretty spooky spots, I would assume. And the cat has a feature where it does have a video screen on it that's about this big. And you can zoom in on it and just see, like, you can see it, but you can see stuff around, but it's all
it's all washed out. Yeah,
exactly, because you're looking down the barrel. But of course, there's a degauss on your cat gun, just like an 80s thing, that if you get too close to a magnet, which there are apparently several magnets in the lunar base, you have to degauss it because it blurs the screen and it makes it all warped and deformed, and it really makes it challenging to use that to navigate sometimes.
And we actually made this joke, Jake, while Chard was playing it. that you would appreciate the frame rate of this device.
You would. Absolutely.
It's like
Yeah.
6.
Yeah. Yeah, you move it,
Not
and then all of a sudden,
per second, 6 frames.
no. Yeah, it's 6 frames.
Not the game,
It's
just
6 frames.
the cat
Yeah, no,
itself
the
is
game
really low
is
frame rate.
game is
Okay.
gorgeous,
Good,
but the
good,
cat
okay.
has basically like Star Fox frame rate.
So yeah, if you're using it to
Okay.
try to see like what's in the room, you are also getting it at super low frame rate, which of course
Yeah.
makes you not want to use the device to
Right.
look,
Right.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
sometimes
no.
it's your only option because it does come with a flashlight module on certain aspects that allow you
Yeah.
to see a little bit better, but it takes up your whole field of view.
Yeah.
So you could look down the tube, you look down the screen, and it's still like, I can't make out what that is, and it's terrifying, and I don't want to go in that room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something's gonna get me in there.
I don't want to spoil the game or anything, but is the story like does the story end well? Does it feel like it's a good ending, like a standalone game, or is this something that's they're trying to do like a
Finisar
spin-off
would
or
argue that
franchise?
it is not. He would argue that
I
it's
will
not.
no, I will argue it was a better ending than Silent Hill F.
I mean, that's true. And it's the only
Okay.
ending you get that I'm aware of. I feel like upon
left a-
completing this game, it left it open enough that they could
Yeah.
actually do a routine too.
There's some unknowns that don't get explained.
There's a lot of redacting. A
Yeah.
lot of redacting. And it's it does open up a lot of, and there is some when you're reading like
Yeah.
when the ending comes, you're like, oh, okay. But there's not a full like, you know what? I get it now.
Yeah,
It's very much like,
I
I wanna know more.
understand.
Yeah.
There's no I understand exactly what happened to this whole
Yep.
thing. There's it's a better ending than Silent Hill F. It's a very horror game ending.
It's very
It's a
locational,
very-
but I think it's
Okay.
definitely, it feels to me like it's designed to maybe continue in a DLC somewhere or a second version of the game, which I think would be spectacular. I'd
Yeah.
play this game again. I'd play a second version of this game in a heartbeat. So
When
Yeah.
did it come out? It's just recently, right?
this year,
like a
like
month
2
ago.
or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too long ago. It's very, very new.
It was like December 3rd or something like that.
Yeah, let me look at my mind. 4th. Close. December 4th.
I was close. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Very
don't know
close.
how well it sold. It peaked on Steam DB, which is not the be all end all, but it peaked at 1,600 players at release. But it's still got about 300 people right now playing. So that's for a single player game that's short. That's actually not
Yeah.
bad. I'm
The
curious
biggest
what the
complaint
sales
that
are.
I've heard about this game is that it is not very long. That's like the
Right.
one thing that are
But,
like,
you know, like I'm at the point where that's kind of what I want. Like, especially if it's 20, 25 bucks. I don't mind if it's under 10 hours. Like I paid almost 40 for that Marvel beat 'em up game, and I'm fine with it
Right.
that I beat it in 3
Right.
hours because it was fun. I'll play it
Right.
again someday, and it's fine. I don't need everything to be a 100-hour game. I only have so much time left.
I completed Warhammer Space Marine 2, right?
yeah, right,
And
right.
and that I think took me just about 9 hours.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't
Which is
feel
fine.
bad about it. Now there's a
Right.
lot of content that I can go do that will enhance that as well.
Mhm.
And we'll talk about that in another episode sometime, but like it was a good enough game
Yeah.
that I felt like my time was honored.
Yep. And to be fair, when you're playing games that stress you out as much
Yeah.
as this one does, and I'm not saying like this was like, holy crap, like Alien Isolation probably changed me as a person, like emotionally, spiritually, more than likely, which is probably why I'm kind of dark and messed up because that game really, really jacked me up. This one, it's not, it's enough. It's enough that when I was done and the final jump scare that fucking got me almost out of my fucking chair was like, that's what I needed to end it. That's all I needed. Like, I'm good. I'm glad this is over. I'm glad we're walking away from it. That's exactly what I needed because I don't know if I could handle very much more of these fucking things chasing me around this goddamn place without me being able to see it.
I kept asking Chard, how's your blood pressure, dude?
This game made me want to get the heart rate monitor back.
I was going to say you should get the heart rate monitor. I know Wolf used to do that back in the day.
Yeah.
That's funny shit.
I did it for Madison. I had it on for Madison, so I still have the app. I still have all that stuff. I just need to dig it out of once we
This was a
move to the
better game
house.
than Madison because
Yeah,
of that statue. Fuck that statue.
I still like Madison.
You know what you
a
should
lot.
do,
That toy
Chard? You
game
should
is
have a
good.
list, like a ranking of horror games, and you just rank them as you go. That's what you should do.
I
You
would
played a
do that.
bunch
That'd
now.
actually be a lot of fun. Yeah, we're up on quite a few, and like I said, we're knee deep into a lot of the Silent Hill stuff, and the first 3 Silent Hills are spectacular. Of course, Silent Hill 2 is amazing. You've told me, you've heard me preach that all the time. But I got into 4, and I'm kind of like, I'm waiting for it to grab me. I feel like it's going to grab me at some point, and if it doesn't, I'm going to be really disappointed because it's kind of bonkers wonky. But it gets a lot of love, so I was like, I need something else, and she got me this game, and I was like, all right, this is a fresh meat. Everybody's talking good things. It's got positive reviews. People have been waiting for it forever to come out. Let's give it a shot. The worst thing is that it's too short, so we'll kind of determine how we feel about that after that. And this felt good. This felt like finding a new roller coaster. Like it felt like it's the thrill seeking thing, like kind of like Wolf said.
Yeah.
It's really it's fun. I don't know, it gets my adrenaline pumping more so than most things. And it sucks because it does affect other games that I've played or that I'm in the middle of playing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah.
get me like Silent Hill 2 did. Like this is just 4 is just kind of fallen short to me, and it makes me sad. So I'm
Well,
digging for something worse. I want to
that
find
that
something
kind of
terrible.
franchise though, like Silent Hill, that franchise was pretty much dead in the water until that
Yeah.
remake, right? I feel like it
Yep.
kind of
Yeah.
tanked off. So you're hitting. I don't know how many Silent Hill games were there. Was there like 5, 6?
A lot. There's a lot. There's 6 main lines, and then there are a couple offshoots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There's
like
like 3 or 4 offshoots that are out.
you might be hitting a point where people started losing the enthusiasm
I
for
can see
Silent
that.
Hill, right?
I
And
can
that's-
honestly
yeah.
3 was good. I liked 3 a lot, but 4 is definitely I'm like, what is like there's not, and I'm not talking about like Dark Souls lore. I'm talking like there's not a lot of information that's making me go, I want to know more about what's going on. Like routine, since it's the episode we're talking about, Silent Hill 4, there may not be a lot of explanation as to what's going on, but I get it. I've stepped out the
Right.
door of my room that I woke up into. This place is scary as fuck. Let's go explore it.
Yeah.
Silent Hill,
Yeah.
Silent Hill 4 is like I wake up in my apartment, there's a giant hole in my wall, and I can look at my neighbor through a peephole, and there's chains on my front door. But I don't know why. And now I'm in a subway getting attacked by somebody with a dog that has a very long tongue. Why? Like that doesn't always have to be explained, but I'd like to have a little bit of context as to what the hell's going on. So, and I don't know. That's the way that this game was designed, routine was designed, and how it came out is just it's a great stressful scary game, and I was really impressed about how many jump scares it got out of me. It felt
Yeah.
good to feel that frightened
Yeah.
about something again.
Well, because like
Yep.
you've played a few like indie games over the last couple of years. You've talked about, was it Callisto Protocol?
Callisto Protocol. That's not Callisto Protocol. I would probably be more like a Triple H game,
Is it?
AAA
Okay.
game. Sorry.
And then you
Well,
played
because
that
it's from
bio
the
horror
people.
game last year, I think. Wow, what the hell was that game? I watched you play some
What's
of
a
that
bio
one.
horror game? Oh, I have to think about that one. What that
I
one
made a
was?
corn joke with it. I don't remember, but I know you.
Oh,
I know you played a
Scorn.
few.
Scorn.
Scorn.
Yeah.
That's
Scorn.
the one. Yes.
Yeah.
That's I would also that's more indie than Callisto Protocol was definitely a flop for a AAA
Right.
studio, which
Yeah.
sucks because it wasn't bad, but it could have been better.
Yeah.
And then the Dead Space remake came out around that same time, which was epic, and I'm really
Absolutely
pissed at-
fantastic.
fucking
but
pissed at
it's
Microsoft for being pieces of shit about that.
EA. It's EA, not Microsoft.
EA, not Microsoft.
Yeah.
EA.
Yeah. EA
Electronic
pretty
Arts.
much doesn't know what the hell they want. It's just I
They
hate
just
that.
want
It's like they
Madden.
make something great, and then it doesn't hit whatever arbitrary metric they decided, and they're like, oh well, I guess people don't want Dead Space games. Like, no, asshole, they do. They just don't
Yeah.
want maybe this that you want, or they don't want your microtransactions, or they don't want
Yeah.
this kind of nonsense.
I
Same with movies.
hear rumor, since we're talking about it. The guy, the main dude that did Dead Space is pitching to the new owners that bought I guess whoever EA or whoever that they bought out, he's pitching a Dead Space 4 like with everything he has to be like, let's do this. Like,
Yeah.
let's do Dead Space 4. Here's the reasons why you should do it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, please listen to this man. Give me another Dead Space. I fucking love that series so much.
The industry's kind of messed up right now, right? Like you have a lot of the companies like EA getting bought out by the Saudi investment fund, which is a whole other freaking episode.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the big companies are being bought out or merging together, like the Embracer group of fucking studios. But then a lot of folks who make the games that we like from the last 10 years have kind of either been laid off or leaving their big studios, and they're forming indie studios and they're doing stuff, right? Like the guys who made Titanfall 2 and I think it's Apex Legends. Some of those folks have spun up and done their own studio, and they're making their own online game called Highguard. I mean, hopefully it's good. But like that's like one example. Like the guys I play through Dispatch, which is from a studio called Ad Hoc. It's a brand new studio. It's made up of guys who left Telltale, right? So a lot of the people that made the games we really loved 10 years ago are now making a lot of cool shit now, indie or very small studio size. And I hope
Expedition 33. I mean, he wasn't laid off, but he said, fucking peace out, I'm out, and made the game of the year, you know? So it's these, I love finding these things, and it's almost, it's like, to your point, Jake, because I know how much you love indie titles and indie studios. It's fun to like play something from someone you don't know who it's by. I don't know this company. Who the fuck is Lunar Software? I don't know who this guy is. They made a great game. Don't care. So it's almost more fun to find, and with the horror genre in general, you get a lot more indie developers because they piggyback on one another. I mean, how many Phasmophobia clones are floating around out there? But they're still great. Like The Other Side and Demonologist and all those games, they're the same, you know, it's the same thing, but different. So it adds another kind of scale to it. So finding things like Routine for, you know, for this episode was a breath of fresh air. Like Ill's coming out pretty soon. That game looks wicked as fuck. I don't know. It's got to be an indie studio. They've been working out for forever. Tenebris Sombria, that 8-bit looking game that came out with the live action cutscenes in it, looks absolutely stellar. And we played that for the demo on one of my streams. Absolutely, that is a first day purchase for me when it hit the store sales. And it's so simplistic. I mean, it looks like old school King's Quest with live action cutscenes. Like it's so perfect. And I was actually like, I did not think this game was going to get to me, and it scared the piss out of me. I was like, this is great. So, you know, we need more stuff like Routine. We need more stuff like Tenebris Sombria and Ill and all these really great survivor horror games that, and listen, Resident Evil, king of the fucking mountain. They started to dip and then they climb back up with 7 and 8. 9's coming out, looks fucking spectacular. I can't wait to play 9. Of course, all the remakes that they've made. But we need more Somas. We need more Signalises, Layers of Fear, you know, bloopers coming out hot.
I mean, let's throw out we need the next Visage. Like when is Visage gonna get surpassed?
OD. Right? I mean, listen, if Kojima's gonna do something fucking weird, I bet OD could truly be something absolutely fucking terrifying, because if PT still has the following it has, and it's one of the worst games.
And I mean, Visage was a direct response to PT, response, right?
So it's cool. We need more Madisons. We need more Visages. We need more Amnesia bunkers, like things like that. There's some good shit out there. So.
With the cost of like this push to $70 AAA games, it really hit hard this year with how many of the big studios are saying our game is worth $70 now, or $70 plus, because there's always DLC and deluxe and all that shit.
Nintendo went 80.
I mean, Nintendo even is on that train now. So like
Grand Theft Auto is threatening over $100 for their game, you know.
I will be very curious to see what they charge next year for Grand Theft Auto 6. But like, I'm so sick of I don't have money for all these AAA titles. I just don't. So that's why I'm like so happy that there's indie studios, like just this year alone, we've seen a few where they're like not $70, they're like $20, $30, maybe $50. Definitely not $70. Definitely not $100 deluxe edition that they feel like you need to get. They're just smaller games. They're still awesome to play and memorable. And I'm hoping we just keep getting stuff like this.
Look at what Silk Song did.
Right.
Yeah.
They
$20.
came in with like the most hyped game for like years,
$20,
right?
yeah.
And they're like $20.
Yeah, here, have fun with it.
I guarantee that they made so much more money because they went $20 than if they'd gone 40, right? Like,
yes, because I bounced off Hollow Knight. If I told myself if this game was $30, I probably would just say, "No, I'm good." But it was $20. It was hard to say no to a platform game that's $20. I had to try, and you're right, and absolutely that's what it was. If it was any more than that, I would have bounced. And it's like that with a few other games I played over the years, where if it's a certain price point, I'll pass, but otherwise, like I'll give it a shot. So
yeah,
it's great.
So
yeah, routine.
I think we've pretty well covered most of the aspects that we should talk about. Now, what really people should go play this.
Yes,
you should go play this.
And that's the basis of it. We're selling you on going to try and pick this game up and play it. It's if you have any interest, if you like Alien Isolation, you like first person kind of survival horrors.
If you like puzzlers.
Yeah, if you like puzzlers, this is definitely this was a sleeper hit for me for 20.
I'll say if you have an Xbox, because there's been a lack of Xbox games lately, then this is on Xbox.
Yeah, I think it's on Game Pass too. I think it's actually on Game Pass.
Oh, is it on Game Pass too? Oh,
it
that's a no-brainer then. Yeah,
because I don't have it anymore, but worth a try. It's worth a playthrough. It's definitely worth giving money to the studio so they can make more stuff like that.
I was gonna say let's support the studio so that they can continue making games.
Get me routine 2. Get me routine the next day.
Or,
give me more
routine Visage, or you know, I mean something, right?
Visage.
Yeah,
Visage is the scale. It is the bar you have to cross. I have yet to play anything worse than that.
How many Visages would you rank this game at? Like 3 Visages out of 5.
This is 3/5 of a Visage.
3/5 of a Visage. Yeah, I'll give you.
You really should make a tier list of horror games as you go, dude.
Maybe
you played enough of them now. You are like the authority for sure on horror games.
I love it.
Okay, well, really quick, we have a Patreon, folks. We're not shilling for your dollars. It's out there in case you feel like supporting us. We have a number of tiers that get you different bonuses. One of those, or a couple of those tiers, you'll get a shout out. So for that, Vaughn Beardley and Cthusiast Jeff, thank you for being Patreon members.
Thank you.
If you can support us, awesome. If not, no worries. Enjoy the podcast. Although tell your friends, like and subscribe. That helps us a ton. We are a member of the SuperPod Network, superpod.com. Others are
SuperPodNetwork.com.
Network. I got it last week. I had it last week.
We're so terrible. We're the worst brothers in a family.
There's a number of other amazing podcasts on there. Super Ghost, 3DO Experience, 3DO with
the 3DO Experience. Bar Silence has a great music theme show. It's awesome.
Yeah. I know Thrak is doing his own right now where he's going through like Call of Duty stuff, which is pretty awesome. So superpodnetwork.com. We also have our own website, pressbtocancel.com or pressb.org. We have a Discord. Come tell us what we said wrong. Yell at us for spoilers, something. Anyway,
tell us why you don't why you played routine and didn't like it, why you think Visage is not the scariest game you've ever played.
Right.
Yeah.
Tell us why
it's only 2/5 of the Visage instead of 3.
That's right.
It's 1/8 of a Visage, really, on the sliding scale of horror games. Like,
you guys are way too generous with your slide scale of Visage.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's 3/27 of a Visage. I apologize.
I feel like I'm at work.
Yeah.
Getting wrenches.
Yeah. Anyway, we appreciate all of you. I think our next episode will be after Christmas. So
the day after.
If you celebrate, Merry Christmas. Otherwise, happy holidays.
Yep.
And this has been Press B to Cancel.
Go Hawks.
How does that tie to the episode?
It's a routine.